like him telling me to come here, knowing damn well what I do, and knowing I could do it to him. Him telling me to come here anyway, like that shows me that God is real and that um it shows me God's love. You know what I mean? Like how God is present in people's real lives for real. Because yeah, it I ain't I ain't not smart ain't I ain't saying it ain't smart. That was literally the smartest thing he could have did. He was telling me to come here because only thing was gonna happen is I was gonna find out anyway the truth, and then he'd have been on the other end, the receiving end, instead of me even considering giving him grace based on him doing something that benefited me instead of him serving himself and not telling me to come here, and then I would have just found out anyway, and then he would have still had to get what I'm giving anyway based on the truth. You know what I'm saying? But since he did something for me that was in my favor, like it benefited me. Him telling me to come here solely benefited me. You know what I mean? He didn't have to tell me. And then he told me what he told me. Like that was information I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? That was some life-changing information that he gave me. That he knew that I didn't know, and he knew I didn't know it. So he gave me that life-changing information, and then he told me where to come. Like that was all a reflection of God's love, all of that, because nobody else did it. In my 34 years of life, you know how many preachers I done came across and people who talk that God shit, and only one, he the first one. Nobody else did it. Nobody else told me. Nobody else told me what he told me one, and then he told me where to come. No other preacher did it, and nobody else told me the information he shared with me that I didn't know until he told me. And every other preacher could have did that. Every preacher I done came across in my life, and I done came across a lot of them. My uncle, when I met him for the first time, he didn't do it. Um, um, I don't know if my mom knew, so I can't really blame my mom. But I don't think my mom knew. I ain't even blaming my mama because she ain't know. I know she don't know what I know or how I know. So I can't really blame her, but I know somebody else knew. Excuse me. My dad knew. My uncles knew. So it's like I can't hold my mom accountable for what she didn't know, but I know my dad knew because at the end of the day, he manipulated her as a young girl. So I know he knows what the fuck going on. I'm sure he does. I know he knows because she was just a little young girl. She was just a little young girl, uh, 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 just a little young girl attracted to an older dude that looked good and dressed good and he know how to sing and he smelled good and he, you know what I'm saying? He manipulated the fact that her and my granddad didn't have the best relationship. You know what I'm saying? So he manipulated her for her daddy issues, and he slept with a young girl and got her pregnant, and he knew what the fuck was going on. So it's like he is solely responsible for me not knowing the truth about why I go through this shit with these gay people I go through, because he at some point he had to go through it. Or no, I take that back. He didn't have to go through it based on his truth. So yeah, like yeah, my dad, he don't get a pass. I said what I said. So I said shit.